Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Sleep and Relax ASMR. This episode, I'll be reading some useless October facts. I of course don't know if they're true or false, the vast majority of them. I just do this for your entertainment, so please don't be too upset if something on here is totally wrong. I have a bunch here from one website that for some reason I forgot to include in my notes for this show. I always forget the link to the website. Well, either way, I'll probably include the link on the show notes. But with that in mind, let's read fact number 1. October comes from the Latin word octo, which means 8. In ancient Rome, October was the 8th month of the year. When the Gregorian calendar was adopted, it became the 10th month of the year, but it has retained its original name. The birthstones for October are opal and tourmaline. Not sure how to pronounce that stone. Opals are, maybe it's opals. I'm going to call it opal. I'm going to call it opal. Opals are considered to be the traditional birthstone, and they symbolize hope. Tourmaline is a modern birthstone for October. Both gemstones come in a wide variety of colors and are known for displaying multiple colors within the same stone. Obviously, I didn't know that those were the birthstones for that month because I am fairly confident I butchered their names. Just as I'm about to do for the flower for the month, which is the calendula. Another name for this flower is the pot marigold. They are easy to grow and popular in gardens, and colors range from pale yellow to deep orange. The pot marigold symbolizes sorrow or sympathy. Once again, I obviously didn't know that because I'm not sure if I pronounced the right name for the flower. Next fact. Libra and Scorpio are the astrological signs for October. Birthdays from October 1st through the 22nd fall under the sign of Libra, while birthdays that fall on the 23rd through the 31st are under the sign of Scorpio. I sort of knew that, but I don't really follow astrological signs very closely. I'm a Taurus, if anyone's curious. It's funny because when I mention I'm a Taurus, everyone just kind of starts with, "Oh, of course," like they know, as if all Tauruses are exactly the same. Now I'm definitely going to get an email saying all Tauruses are the same, but anyway, it's always funny what the reaction is. It's always like the same reaction every time I mention that. But I digress. October folklore, next fact. October folklore tells us that when deer are in a gray coat in the month of October, expect a hard winter. Harsh would probably be the better word there. It also says that if we have much rain in October, we will have much wind in December. And if we have a warm October, we can expect a cold February. If you say so. I'm guessing that only applies in the Northern Hemisphere. I was about to say the Western Hemisphere. More American presidents were born in the month of October than any other month. They include John Adams, Rutherford B. Hayes, Chester Arthur, Theodore Roosevelt, Dwight Eisenhower, and Jimmy Carter. Free rural delivery of mail began in the USA on October 1st, 1896. The first Model T Ford, the first Ford Model T, was put on the market October 1st, 1908. The Soviet Union launched its first artificial satellite, Sputnik, October 4th, 1957. The first double-decked steamboat, the Washington, arrived at New Orleans October 7th, 1816. Next fact, as I sort through my notes here. The Great Fire of Chicago began and burned for about 30 hours, October 8th, 1871. The U.S. Naval Academy opened at Annapolis, Maryland, October 10th, 1845. I was about to panic there because all I see for the state is MD. And so in my head, I'm just trying to rush to think, what is MD? But, I mean, no one, I guess no one would have blamed me. Columbus landed in America on October 12th, 1492. The United States flag was formally raised over Alaska October 18th, 1867. The USS Constitution, better known as Old Ironsides, launched October 21st, 1797. And the last fact from this website, which again I totally forgot to source, is the first transcontinental telegram was sent on October 24th, 1861. Isn't it amazing how far we've come since then? Today I had the pleasure of having lunch with my grandfather, something that I love doing at least a couple times a week. And, typically I have to pick up the food. But he said, you know what, just try to order it here. How do you usually order your food? And I told him I order it through an app. And he couldn't believe, he could believe because, he's fairly tech savvy for someone his age. But he was just sort of marveling at how with just a couple clicks of a button, food shows up, 25 minutes later. And he told me the story of how when he first immigrated to this country, he met a guy. This was in the mid-'60s, I think it is, maybe early 60s. How at that time, this guy that he knew, keep in mind, again, this is, 50s or 60s sometime then, he said, there's a lot of opportunity here, but everything that's ever going to be built has been built. And obviously my grandfather at the time kind of knew, like, come on, because he had recently, that friend of his had recently come into the country as well. But he always tells that story every time he sees something, some technological advancement that he really just couldn't even think of when he was a young man. So, anyway, that's a little personal story there. It's funny also because some people, whenever I do, every episode is themed, obviously, but every now and then I'll get an email from someone saying, I really like when you digress from whatever the theme is, because it kind of, I don't know, it makes the episode more real, a little more enjoyable for me. But every now and then I get emails saying, stop diverging, or stop, going off course from your episode and just kind of get to it. So I like try to do a little bit of both when it's appropriate. Anywho, next set of facts come from express.co.uk. First fact: the Anglo-Saxons called October winter filleth, meaning the fullness of winter. All right. The Welsh for October. I'm just going to read it. The Welsh for October is Hydref, originally Hydfref, a word signifying the lowing of cattle. All right. The October Revolution in Russia in 1917 took place in November, but at the time, Russians had not yet changed from the Julian calendar. The Hunt for Red October with Sean Connery is the only film with October in its title to ever win an Oscar, and it won an Oscar for Best Sound Editing. Never seen that film. It's supposed to be a classic. October in the UK is the Lupus Awareness Month. Oh, I see. It is the awareness month for lupus, breast cancer, national cybersecurity, and domestic violence. Wow. It's also National Cholesterol Month, Black History Month, International Walk to School Month, and International School Library Month. Oh, and it keeps on going. It's also the month for National Pizza Month, Popcorn Month, Pork Month, and Sausage Month. I've never understood how that happens. That you have, like, how do you determine National Pizza Month, Popcorn Month? I mean, who makes those decisions? Who lobbies for that, I guess, is the question. Sincerely, I'm sincerely asking if someone knows who it is, who is it that's lobbying for these months to become official X months, popcorn, sausage, whatever. Who lobbies for that, and how does that actually happen? October is not mentioned in any Shakespeare play. Next set of October facts comes from famousbirthdays.com. Who knows how reliable they actually are. On October 5th, 1947, the first presidential telecast address from the White House was made by Harry S. Truman. On October 22nd, 1836, Sam Houston was inaugurated as the first president of the Republic of Texas. On October 31st, 1864, Nevada became the 36th state of the USA. October is national, on top of being National Pizza Month, Pork Month, Sausage Month, it's also, according to famousbirthdays.com, National Cookie Month. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. And it's also National Chili Month, which I don't think I mentioned either. It's also National Seafood Month, according to this website. That's a bunch of different national X, for the month of October. Columbus Day is the second Monday of October, and October 31st is Halloween, of course. The next... Let me check here first. Okay, so next set of facts comes from heavy.com /news/2014/09/month of October -holiday-facts/. The holiday of Halloween originates from the ancient Celtic holiday of Samhain and has evolved since. The ancient Celtic people used to mark the day to celebrate the end of harvest season and winter's beginning. Halloween also was viewed as a transitional period, a bridge to the world of the dead. Let's see. The name Halloween, or Hallow-E in Ireland, actually means All Hallows Eve, or the night before All Hallows or All Saints' Day. In Old English, hallow means to sanctify. It was a misconception from evangelical Christians that Halloween was based on satanic practices because of its pagan roots. The ancient Celts had no concept of Satan, nor did they worship anything resembling the Christian devil or Lucifer. See. Oktoberfest is held for 16 days. Oktoberfest is a 16-day festival going from late September to the first weekend in October. Oktoberfest began when Prince Ludwig of Bavaria wanted to celebrate his marriage to Princess Therese of Saxony-Hildburghausen with his people. This was on October 12, 1810. Ludwig had horse races and invited all the people of Munich. Then, in 1811, an agricultural show was added to the horse races to boost Bavarian agriculture. The horse races are no longer held today. However, the agricultural show is still held every 3 years. In 1810, the first carousel and 2 swings were set up along with small beer stands that would grow rapidly in number as the years went on. In 1896, the beer stands were replaced with first beer tents and even beer halls. So the last site I have here, the last series of October Facts, is from geekdad.com. First fact from geekdad.com. In the Southern Hemisphere, October is a seasonal equivalent to April. In his 2006 collection, Fragile Things, Neil Gaiman included a story that personified the month, entitled October in the Chair. October 11th, 2014 is the 3rd annual Star Wars Reads Day. Carrie Fisher, Christopher Lloyd, and Matt Smith were all born in October. New Zealand was discovered in October 1769, and then it follows up with Middle Earth fans are forever grateful. And I think this is a great fact to finish on, if it is indeed a fact, and I'm sure someone will call me out if it isn't. October 20th is World Statistics Day. So much fun. So useless. The day, that is, not statistics. Well, I think that's everything I have here. I hope you guys enjoyed Useless October Facts. Definitely these random or useless fact series is one of my favorites to do in this show, so I'll keep on doing some more. Maybe next I'll do random December facts or something. If you have any questions or comments, you can always reach the show at hello@sleepandrelaxasmr.com. That's all for now. Thanks as always for listening, and take care.